I'm Dan from the International Recruitment Team. Thanks for joining us. I hope you're safe and well. Today, we're inviting you to think about Federation for Engineering, one of our strongest subject areas. This year at Federation, we're celebrating our 150th anniversary as a higher education institution, and it all dates back to the foundation of the School of Mines Ballarat in 1870. So engineering's been in our blood since the start, and we're very proud of our professionally accredited programs and our excellent reputation for high quality teaching and successful graduate outcomes. We've got a lot to get through in today's webinar. We're lucky to have two senior academics from our School of Science, Engineering and Information Technology here today. Professor Syed Islam, the Dean of the School, will provide an informed overview of current developments and future opportunities in Australian engineering. And Associate Professor Andrew Barton, Discipline Leader for Science and Engineering, will introduce the excellent industry connections and research opportunities available at Federation. I'll also be taking you through the wide range of engineering degrees we offer. Okay, so let's get started. Federation University is based in the beautiful regional city of Ballarat, just an hour on the train from Melbourne in the state of Victoria, in the southeast corner of Australia. We also now have campuses in Melbourne itself, the regional Victorian area of Gippsland, and in Brisbane, the capital city of Queensland. Federation University has an outstanding reputation for teaching quality, student support, and graduate employment. In fact, according to the Good Universities Guide 2020, we're currently rated the #1 university in Victoria for teaching quality, student support, full-time graduate employment, and median graduate starting salary. So students who study with us enjoy a world-class learning experience and outstanding employment outcomes, finding jobs faster and earning higher salaries than graduates from any other university in Melbourne or across Victoria. Our tuition fees are very competitive, and we offer a range of valuable scholarships, helping you to afford the cost of study. We offer small class sizes, personalized support, and industry relevant courses across a wide range of study areas, including arts, business, IT, nursing, social work, and teacher education. But today we're here to talk about engineering. Like I said before, Federation University has an outstanding reputation for engineering. We offer excellent facilities, industry connections, and opportunities at our Ballarat and Gippsland campuses in regional Victoria. All our established degrees are fully accredited by Engineers Australia, which reflects the high quality of our education and means that all our graduates are guaranteed membership with Engineers Australia. Our degrees are also very competitively priced by Australian standards, and we offer scholarships for both tuition fees and student accommodation on campus. Again, just to reinforce our great graduate outcomes, we're currently ranked the #1 university in Victoria for full-time graduate employment and median graduate starting salary, both generally and specifically for engineering. Here's our Mount Helen campus, just 15 minutes on a bus from the centre of Ballarat. Ballarat's a really attractive, affordable and interesting place to live, with a growing population and great employment opportunities for skilled graduates, as Andrew will explain later. As you can see, our campus is surrounded by nature, but we also have world-class facilities, including our Science and Engineering Precinct, a $43 million project that was completed in 2014. Almost all of our engineering degrees are offered at Ballarat, and here are some of the great engineering workshops, facilities, equipment, and study spaces that are available for students to use during their degrees. Our Gippsland campus is located in the town of Churchill, a much smaller regional town, 160 kilometres east of Melbourne. The Gippsland campus is very well connected to the Latrobe Valley power and water industries, and we have excellent opportunities for student placement, research, and graduate employment. At Gippsland, we offer bachelor degrees in civil and mechatronic systems engineering. We also have great facilities and opportunities for research students in areas including carbon technology, geotechnical and hydrological engineering, and mechatronics and reliability engineering. It's a really big campus, but a small town Australian experience. If you're interested in finding out more about life as a student in Gippsland, please do stick around to the end of the webinar, and you can hear Ali's really interesting talk about his experience as a mechatronics student. Before that, I'm very happy to introduce our first expert speaker, Professor Syed Islam, Dean of our School of Science, Engineering and Information Technology. Before joining Federation University, Syed was the John Curtin Distinguished Professor in Electrical Power Engineering and the Director of the Centre for Smart Grid and Sustainable Power Systems at Curtin University in Western Australia, where he also worked as Dean of International for the Faculty of Science and Engineering. Syed has received numerous awards and published nearly 300 research papers. He's a Fellow of Engineers Australia, a senior member of too many industry bodies to mention, and the perfect person to be here today to provide an overview of the current developments and future opportunities in Australian engineering. So welcome, Syed. Thank you for being here. Please unmute yourself. Let's start off with.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks for coming. Yeah, I'd just like to start with a pretty big question, which I'm sure our agents and students are interested in. Could you please give us an idea of what you think are the most important current trends in Australian engineering?
So the current trends in Australian engineering, if you look at it, it is dictated by the infrastructure spending that goes around the country. So right now, for example, if I pick up Victoria, where our university is located, the state government has earmarked something like 100 plus infrastructure projects and over $60-70 billion in funding in those infrastructure projects. Some of those are really very, very big projects. So these projects require engineers. We are currently going through a huge energy source shifting toward renewables. And Australia plans to spend billions of dollars in renewable energy industry. We have over 100 billion spend and infrastructure now in the electricity industry, which is because our country is not that new, and those infrastructures were quite old. Now they require re-engineering, they require retrofitting, they require asset management for reliability purposes. So there's a huge opportunity in terms of engineers in this country. As a matter of fact, there are two sources that students could look at that how engineering and engineering jobs are progressing in this country. They could go to simply seek.com.au or to Good Careers Guide 2019 is the latest one. They would see, and I'm quoting from Good Careers Guide, that Australia predicts over 5,000 jobs every year for the foreseeable future in the engineering area. So the engineering jobs are plenty, and they are in electrical, civil, mechanical, mechatronics, mining. In all these industries, the jobs are great. The country is now looking at new energy, electric vehicles industry, the battery industry. There are jobs also coming for mechanical and chemical engineers. So yeah, it's a great opportunity in Australia now in terms of an engineer, being an engineer, and prospecting an engineering profession.
Okay, great. That's a great overview. I was just wondering, so could you tell us a bit more about what Federation is doing to make sure that our students are in a good position to get those jobs when they graduate?
So one of the things that in Australia, what actually drives us is our accreditation principles, and all our bachelor degree programs are accredited. But unlike many other universities, our master's degree, that is Master of Engineering Technology degrees, are also accredited program. What that means is that an unaccredited student from an unaccredited program, when they come and take our master's program, they can become a chartered engineer with Engineers Australia. Now that is a very powerful instrument. Not many universities have their master's program accredited. And then we work with the Australian Council of Engineering Deans in terms of what the Council of Engineering Deans is predicting the future of jobs and the profession. And what we do is that we follow that quite keenly, and we develop our new programs, we revise our programs accordingly. So we stay in the forefront of what is being predicted in the market and which way that the jobs for the future are going. So, and then we design curricula in that way, and this theoretical knowledge is supplemented by our laboratory experience, our honors project experience, our vacation employment experience. So by the time students graduate, they enter as a student engineer in their first year. And by the time they graduate, they actually are pretty ready to pick up an engineering employment. So no wonder that our students are really really sought after in the industry.
Sure, and we're introducing some new courses next semester. Could you just tell us a bit about those new courses that we're introducing to cater to the current trends and developments?
Absolutely. So firstly, in the bachelor's degree domain, we're introducing a new program from next March, and that is the electrical and information engineering. Now, this is basically following the guidance by Engineer 2035 project, jobs for the future. And that is what we're seeing, that people do electrical power, people do electrical electronics. What we are doing, electrical and information engineering. And that basically is a collection of AI technology, information systems, information technology, communication technology coming on the top of electrical power engineering. So people can qualify with a degree option that is catered to new energy jobs, smart grid development, and future of the electricity power industry. So that is the first bachelor degree. In the master's area, we are introducing a renewable energy electrical power system. We live in the part of Victoria where there is an estimated $6 billion development in the wind power engineering industry that is being earmarked in Victoria. In the Latrobe Valley, we're looking at the biggest offshore wind farm project, the Star of the South. And then, of course, to bring this energy out of this region, you need to invest in transmission. So targeting that, we are targeting a master's qualification in renewable energy electrical power systems area. Then about all those infrastructure projects and project management, we're targeting a new program in Master of Engineering Project Management. We're targeting a new degree program in 2022 in Master in Mechatronics Engineering. So yeah, these are, and then next year, we are also coming up with 2 new programs that is not engineering but related, and that's Master of Cybersecurity and Master of Data Science.
Okay, great. Sounds like we've got some really exciting new programs coming out next year. I'm looking forward to that. So thank you, Syed, for that excellent summary of current trends in engineering and what Federation University is doing to make sure our students are well prepared. Before our second speaker, I'd like to quickly run through the range of engineering degrees that we offer at Federation, including those new programs that Syed discussed, giving some details about cost, admission requirements, and locations. At bachelor level, we offer degrees in civil, mechanical, mechatronic systems, mining, and electrical and information engineering. These are 4-year honour degrees, and all of them are fully accredited by Engineers Australia, aside from the electrical and information engineering stream, which will be starting in semester 1 2021 and is very likely to be fully accredited by the time the first students graduate. All these degrees share a common first year, so students can change their mind and change their major before starting their second year studies. Let's quickly look at the different focus areas of these programs. A degree in civil engineering will give you the skills and knowledge to plan, design, and test major private and public structures, such as bridges, roads, apartment blocks, and railways. You'll learn how to make sure that these structures are built in a safe, economical, and environmentally friendly way. If you study mechanical engineering, you'll be using physics and mechanical science to learn how to design and construct all kinds of systems, from robotic devices to thermodynamics. A degree in mechatronic systems engineering will teach you a diverse range of skills and knowledge in mechanical science, electronics, and computing, so you can successfully design products and processes for use in a wide range of sectors. A mining engineering degree will prepare you to work in the field, planning the safest and most cost-effective ways to extract ores, mineral deposits, and fuels from both underground and surface mines. And a degree in electrical and information engineering will combine a comprehensive overview of electrical engineering fundamentals with information engineering skills in big data analytics and computer modeling, making you highly employable across a range of sectors. Speaking of employability, we have a strong focus at Federation on work integrated learning and enabling our students to put their academic skills into practice. All students on our Bachelor of Engineering honours degrees have to undertake 12 weeks of industry placement during their degree. We have great connections across a wide range of engineering sectors, and student placements often lead to postgraduate work opportunities, as Andrew will explain later. Just a quick mention here about our scholarships. All international applicants will be assessed for our International Excellence Scholarship, which currently offers an automatic 16% on your tuition fees for the entire degree. Because of the entry requirements for engineering, particularly for master's degrees, many of our international engineering students do benefit from that scholarship. Students who study at our campuses in Ballarat and Gippsland can also receive our accommodation scholarship, which means you can live on campus for at least one semester without paying any rent. Having accommodation arranged for you and a very limited cost will really help you to settle into your studies, especially when you're only 5 minutes walk from campus. Our Bachelor of Engineering honours degrees currently cost $28,800 per year. Like I said, we have a possible 16% tuition fee reduction for applicants who meet the assessment level of our International Excellence Scholarship, which would reduce the fees to $24,192 per year. In terms of entry requirements, all applicants must have successfully completed Australian Year 12 high school studies with final year mathematics courses, or the recognised equivalent in your home country. And for English, you need to have achieved an overall academic IELTS score of 6.0 with no band less than 6.0 or equivalent test score. You can study all of our engineering bachelor streams at the Mount Helen campus in Ballarat, except for mechatronic systems, which is only available at Gippsland, where we also offer civil engineering. Places are still available for semester 2 2020, and offshore students can start their studies online. Otherwise, applications are now being assessed for semester 1 2021. At postgraduate level, we have established Master of Engineering Technology degrees available in civil, mechanical, and mining engineering, which are all fully accredited by Engineers Australia. We also have new programs starting in semester 1 2021 in engineering project management and renewable and electrical power systems, which we've designed to meet the requirements of Engineers Australia and are very likely to be fully accredited by the time the first students graduate. These are all 2-year degrees studied on campus in Ballarat. We've talked about the first 3 streams, but obviously they're more specialised at master's level, enabling students to gain the knowledge and skills to move up to more senior engineering positions. Our new Master of Engineering Project Management is designed for students to develop in-depth knowledge and skills to plan and execute major projects across the construction, infrastructure, development, and energy sectors. And our unique new degree in renewable energy and electrical power systems will teach students in-demand skills in areas including automation, Internet of Things, smart grid, and renewable energy technology, with a strong focus on research and project-based learning. These master degrees also cost $28,800 per year, and many students meet the requirements of our International Excellence Scholarship, reducing the cost of fees to $24,192 per year. In terms of entry requirements, all applicants must have successfully completed a recognised 3- or 4-year engineering bachelor degree in the relevant specialisation with credit average awarded by an Australian university or international equivalent. And for English, you need to have achieved an overall academic IELTS score of 6.0 with no band less than 6.0 or equivalent test score. All of these master degrees are available at our Mount Helen campus in Ballarat. Places are still available to start on our civil, mechanical, and mining degrees in semester 2 2020, and applications are open for all our programs in semester 1 2021. We also have a range of graduate diplomas and certificates available. Our graduate diploma in mining offers flexible study modes from full-time on-campus study in Ballarat to part-time online learning over a longer time frame. The graduate diploma is aimed at professional engineers who have developed an interest in mining practice and want to build on their existing knowledge. It can be completed in anything between 1 and 4 years, depending on the study mode, and it costs $21,600 per year for a standard full-time study load. Finally, we offer free online programs in maintenance and reliability engineering, which are designed for managers, engineers, and technical staff working on the operation, maintenance, and reliability improvement of industrial, public sector, and defence systems. Our graduate certificates in maintenance management and reliability engineering can be studied online over 1 year, part-time at a cost of $14,400. Our graduate diploma of engineering maintenance management can be studied online over 1 year full-time or 2 years part-time at a total cost of $28,800. And we have a master's of maintenance and reliability engineering, which can be studied online over 2 years part-time at a total cost of $28,800. These programs enable students to learn technical skills in areas including reliability applications and risk engineering that will greatly increase their value in the workplace. For further information about these or any of our engineering courses, please visit our website, federation.edu.au. Our second expert speaker today is Associate Professor Andrew Barton, Discipline Leader for Science and Engineering at Federation University. Andrew has worked extensively in both the water industry and academia in senior engineering, lecturing and management roles, developing a national and international profile in water resources engineering and hydraulics. He is a Fellow of the Institution of Engineers Australia, has published over 100 conference and journal papers, and regularly provides consulting services to a range of government and industry clients. Andrew, thank you for being here. I'd like to start by talking about our location. At Federation, we offer engineering degrees at our Ballarat and Gippsland campuses in regional Victoria. What benefits do you think students get by studying engineering in regional areas?
Thanks, Dan, and really happy to be here. So, look, I think both our campuses at Ballarat and Gippsland are quite pleasant, open, relaxing and very welcoming. There's lots of trees, lawns and a park-like atmosphere with room to move. We don't have the constraints of a typical city-based campus. We also have occasional kangaroos, koalas and other wildlife visiting us on our campuses. And students find these arrangements and this environment a good way, an enjoyable way to spend their time attending their lectures and tutorials, visiting the library, seeing their teachers, their staff, and of course being with their friends and participating in student activities like clubs and societies. I think being regionally based, we also have smaller class sizes and the lecturers and our staff are more approachable to students, and we regularly receive this as feedback from our students. So overall, I think this makes things more conducive to an enjoyable experience for the student and a fantastic learning environment.
Yeah, I definitely hear similar things from our students as well. You're based at the Mount Helen campus in Ballarat. Could you tell us a bit more about the facilities and industry connections we offer in Ballarat?
Yeah, absolutely. So look, as you mentioned in your introduction, Dan, engineering at Ballarat is located within a relatively new science and engineering building, only commissioned in 2014. And this new building contains all of the engineering academic staff offices, the teaching spaces, student lounges and study areas, all of the laboratories the students will need while studying for their degree. We also have fully equipped workshop with qualified technical staff. The range of laboratories we have include fluid mechanics and hydrology labs, thermodynamics, structures labs, as well as 2 electrical and electronic labs that we'll be adding to in future months to help grow our electrical engineering degrees. So all of our laboratories have been seen by Engineers Australia and they're recognised to support our programs really well. So our labs provide fantastic opportunities for our honours and project students as well. And of course, we have many PhD students who spend time in our laboratory spaces undertaking their research. With regards to industry connections, look, they really are wide and quite varied. So we have connections with water utilities, local government, roads departments, nearby mine sites, manufacturers and heavy industry. We frequently have our students completing their undergraduate work experience with these industries and then staying on as full-time employees once they complete their degree. So we have well-established pathways for this with our industry connections. We also have emerging partnerships, as Syed alluded to, with our electrical and renewable energy industries. And in fact, when you visit the Ballarat campus, you'll actually pass and see some hundreds of wind turbines that have recently been constructed, all within an hour's drive of the Ballarat campus.
Great. And talking of employability and opportunities, why is it, do you think, that our graduates have such a great record in terms of employment and starting salary?
Yeah, so this is something we really are quite proud of. And as mentioned just now, many of our students will commence their work as part of an industry placement, particularly at the undergraduate level. They do their work experience and then stay on as an employee with that business. So these relationships are really well established to the point where industry come back to us year after year, specifically looking for our students. They are very pleased with the quality of our graduates, and because our industry connections are often located away from the major cities, so these are regionally based industries, they will specifically come to our regional based campuses seeking our students, knowing that our students are more closely located to them. Having said that, we still do have students moving to major city-based engineering consultancies and construction businesses, and will quite regularly move interstate, particularly our mining graduates who end up finding work across the globe, to be honest. So engineering is in demand, absolutely, and this drives the starting salaries for our graduates. Because they are graduating with accredited degrees as well, their skills are valued equally to those graduates from other universities. It's very common for our graduates to start with a starting salary from $70,000 to $80,000 per year Australian, which is certainly well above the median starting salary of graduates. As Syed alluded to earlier, infrastructure spending in Australia is driving a lot of our demand for our graduates. There are some tens of billions of dollars of infrastructure planned over the next 10 to 20 years in Australia. And the Australian manufacturing industry is also pivoting towards high-tech automation and specialised production. The renewables industry is also undergoing rapid growth. So I guess that's why our graduates are sought after. There is just so much going on in the engineering domain, and with that growth, there really is a fantastic starting salary on offer to our engineering graduates.
Great. And there's a lot going on in terms of research as well. Federation University has a great reputation for research in engineering. Could you give us an overview of the key research areas and opportunities that international students might be interested in?
Yeah, so this is another area where we're quite proud. So Australia as a country will regularly undertake benchmarking activities so the government can see how its investment in research is being spent and to see what impact that investment is making. And at Federation University, the area of civil engineering was ranked at 5 stars or well above world standard in its most recent research benchmarking exercise. So the research we do at Federation in the area of civil engineering is the best you can get, simply the best. So we have staff doing research in areas of structural engineering and computational mechanics, water resources engineering and hydrology, geotechnical engineering and slope stability. And I think part of what makes our success story is because we are regionally based, and our regional campuses are indeed at very close proximity to some of our key research areas, including mines, key water supply catchments, as we mentioned already, key and growing renewable energy projects across solar and wind. Not many other universities can say the same, certainly not in Victoria. Our field sites for our research are essentially right outside our doors. So students in both the bachelor's and master's programs can benefit from this research because they are required to do a major project as part of their degree. And more often than not, these students will often find themselves aligned or contributing to projects where staff are already doing their cutting edge research. So these bachelor's and master's students will be part of a team and doing their own research and contributing to things like analysis on water supply systems, dam break simulations, artificial intelligence and prediction techniques, rock breakage, new mining techniques, and so on. So certainly our students are very much part of our research effort within the school.